Hey, it's Saturday. I'm going for a walk. You want to come with me? We can walk in the woods here in the snow until it gets too hard to walk, and then we're going to go home. So, got my fade there for my glove. The Ohio River is right over there, and it's got ice floating on it, which I don't think I've ever seen, actually. Above the locks and the dams of the river that way. Actually, they're just on the other side of that bridge. I think that's part of the approach to the locks. That structure you can kind of see underneath the bridge. On the other side of that, where the water's much slower flowing, it's actually pretty well frozen bank to bank. They are still running barges and boats and stuff through a narrow passage in the middle, but other than that, there's ice all the way across. I don't think it's very thick, but I've seen pictures from the teens or 20s of people actually walking back and forth across the river that it was frozen that solid. People with horses and buggies and stuff coming across. So you know it was thick. Either that or they're as dumb as modern people are. Kind of doubt it. If you were that dumb, you just died back then. Let's see. I'm managing to hold it relatively level today. It's pretty out here. The four-wheelers and 4x4s and stuff have been out here playing around. This set of tire tracks right there, I'm just like, what are they thinking? I mean, apparently they were able to get in and out of here, but those are just street tires, as opposed to these ones on the left here. Those were made by some off-road tires, which work a lot better in the snow than street tires. They had to work at that, starting down here full throttle to get up over the top of it. Lost my dog. She just went over that way. She can't be far. Over here closer to the water. Oh, I saw my immature bald eagle. Wait, is that him? There, yeah, see? That is a bald eagle right there. A mature, and the one that flew to the left is an immature. There's another one. Very cool. 3 of them. I saw 3 of them just now. Wicked. Whoa. Where is my dog? some whistler up. I don't make that loud of a noise on here. Got a little bit of ASMR going on with this walking. Oh, there she is. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Yeah, there's check out the ice flows out here. Yeah, some of those are pretty sizable chunks. Oops, getting crooked again. Try not to. I don't know why it has a tendency to tip it over to the right, but I need a gimbal. I think that's the name of those things. It's like a harness, and it sort of floats the camera out in front of you, keeps it level, and also sort of dampens the movement so it's not jerky and turns smoothly and whatnot. But I think they're also very expensive. This new Albany over there, there's instead of a levee, they've got a wall for a lot of that over there. So you barely see any of the town anymore. It's pretty. We can go up on the golf course. Yeah, I don't know if I want to go up on the golf course. It's probably easier to walk down here. Yeah, people have been having fun out here. And she's off. When I left the house this morning, it was probably about noon, I was definitely did not have enough layers on if I'd done a short walk. By the time I got down here at the river, which is about a mile, I warmed up nicely, and I'm now not regretting that I didn't put on. What's that? You come here. I'm not regretting not putting on another layer. I almost put on a sweatshirt underneath. See, I've got a long sleeve t-shirt, a fleece, and then a fleecy hoodie on, and also my Jack Skellington, whatever, from Nightmare Before Christmas. That hat on underneath of all this, and that definitely was too thin, but with the hoodie up, it's perfect. A lot of times by now I would be desperately trying to figure out how to take clothes off. Oh, I've also got this. Yeah, no, I don't have the down thing. See, I almost put on the down under layer. I was like, 27, that's pretty close to freezing. Probably don't need it. But yeah, it was chilly the first little bit. But it feels great out here now. So even though it was freezing all night and it's actually below freezing now, a lot of this is thawed. It's not muddy yet, But some of it is definitely, you know, it's not frozen ground anymore. Now this is a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I didn't think I was going to get very far today. Because this, tell you what, the snow part that's some work. Oh, sorry, Dakota. Please give me my privacy. I'm pooping. I'm a very shy dog. I'm not. You know that's not true. Why are you putting words in my mouth? Oh, she loves this cold. Not quite as big of a fan of it as my last dog, Banjo. That dog was built for it. It's a chow undercoat. I mean, he preferred being outside when it was really cold and snowing and stuff. He's just like, oh, this is my climate. Chows, if I remember correctly, were bred so that the males were warrior dogs, and they have a tendency to bond very strongly with a man. Whereas the females were the nanny dogs and were left to protect the family while the warriors were away. Beautiful dogs, but I do not miss that undercoat. Banjo shed 5 times a year. You get this little break where he wasn't shedding, and then he would start over again. He would always get kind of skinny looking in the summer, and then just poofy in the winter. She, on the other hand, has a Labrador cut. What did you find to eat out here? What was that? I'm not saying. I don't talk. Oh, you found something? What are you eating? I guess maybe one of these four-wheelers threw something out the window. Yeah, she's got that Labrador coat. They don't actually... Well, they just sort of continuously shed. Which, considering their little black hairs... It's not as bad as that chow undercoat. His undercoat was sort of tan, so there would just be these tan-colored dust rhinoceroses blowing around all the time. You just couldn't get rid of them. I got a couple of furminators, which, by the way, if you've got a dog that needs to be combed regularly, those furminators are the bomb. Because Banjo just hated everything else. Every other, regular hairbrush, one of the metal brushes that's designed for dog care, and that strappy thing that they use on horses. Tried all those, and he would just, within moments, just start to lose his mind. And then he would go run around in circles like a lunatic. He was a funny dog. But he liked the Furminator. And it worked too, man. It really took out that undercoat. But you could just sit there and comb him all day long, and there would still be fur coming off of him. I think at one point, just to see how much was coming off of him, I got like a paper grocery bag, and sat and just put the fur in it as I was combing him. And to run into the valley over here. gotta go to the bridge. Where's that bridge? Why don't you take me to the bridge? Little Led Zeppelin for you there. Yeah, that's kind of pretty. I don't know if it's going to show on here. It's cool with my sunglasses on though. I realized something about the sparkles in the snow. You know, you really can't capture it with camera or even video. Video is probably better just because there's some movement. But I think the reason that it looks so magically sparkly to us is that those little glints of light only hit one of our eyes at a time. So it looks like they're shimmering. In fact, you're just seeing different sparks with each eye. So it's a 3D thing. I'd imagine if you did stereo of this, you could kind of get the feel for what it looks like looking at it. It is awfully pretty. I'm still lucked out over last year, it was at least 2 solid weeks. There was just everything was ice. I mean, it was the perfect combination of crap. You know, it snowed pretty good. Well, first it rained, then it snowed pretty good, then it rained a lot, and then that froze, and then it snowed some more, and that kind of melted and unmelted and melted and unmelted, so it just got icier and icier and slipperier and slipperier. Okay, what are you? See those prints? Those are pretty big too. I wonder what those are. Huh. Let's see, what do we have down here? Do we have otters? I know there's minks. Maybe that was a big mink. I've seen minks in the city. And I've seen, I guess that's really the only one of those kind of ferret adjacent critters that I've seen. What you doing? Decided to take the hard way? Yeah, this is just this trench. There was asphalt exposed at the bottom of it. Now it's got mud and leaves and stuff covering it again. But this was their idea for the Louisville Loop, was to put this thing in directly onto sand, and not raise it or anything. I've never seen that refrigerator. You would think the number of times I've walked through here, I would have. What are you doing over there? You coming? Nah. Look how much dirt they had to push off of this to get down to the asphalt. I wonder what they were using. That looks like raccoon to me. But again, I'm not sure. It doesn't really have the thumb like they do. two-breasted bastards. I saw an article about raccoons just the other day that was talking about how they appear to be domesticating themselves, which would be totally believable. They're all over every city in North America. I know that they're trash pandas, as they call them, a little bit of a pain in the ass for Canadians. I wonder how far north find raccoons, and how south. I wonder if armadillos aren't. They're not as opportunistic as raccoons are. Well, I guess I'm going to end up walking all the way over to the park. Cool. I really expected to be too exhausted to keep going after it. But where they've been running these 4x4s and 4-wheelers and stuff out here, they did a pretty good job of clearing it. I've never been to see a show over there. It's like an amphitheater with a covered stage. That's what that bright yellow thing is over there. It's pretty cool looking. I think it would be a great place to see a show, because now that's levee over there. That's not a wall. It's like, the levee's pretty tall right there, and they just have concrete steps behind it that are, be fine for seating, putting your chairs on and whatnot. There's also a boat ramp over there on the other side of that barge. Oh. I just had to put up the ear flaps on my sock hat, because it's starting to actually warm up a little bit, to the point of thinking about unzipping layers. Not quite there yet, but regulated my heat enough by exposing my ears. Thinking about ranting, but there's just too much, so I won't think about it at all. There's the Sherman Mitten Ridge looking all shiny today. Really? Alright. Don't want to show that. Let's see, what is that duck? Oh, it's got a lot of white in it. saw the shadow of some very large bird. Then can't see the bird. Moving over there towards the sun. There it is. What are you? Are you a hawk or an owl? Oh. Can I see you? Can I get you in here? Oh boy, you're really tough, but let's see if I can do it. Okay, there's my reference points. So you should be right in there. Right? Down there. Oop! Flew. I wonder what that was. It's really onset cataracts really kind of make it hard to see a detailed shape, but it looks suspiciously owlish. Out here flying around the daytime, especially. Oh wait, there you are. You just moved a little bit. All right, let's see if we can't get you. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I can't see where the crap. Okay, there's you up there, and there it is. That's a hawk. Cool. Be able to check when I get home. Let's see what it is. All right, 2 raptors for today. Well, actually 4. What was that? I just saw another one. Oh, what is that? Like a big ball of twine. Huh. All right. There's my dog. I'll go this way. Saw the Dakota head pop up over the berm over there. Just checking to see where I was. That was loud. Okay, so I guess this is where the 4-wheeler guys turn around. That's the way we're going. Should we get out of here now, Dakota, or should we go all the way to the park? I don't care. I'm having fun. Let's keep walking. Of course you want to keep walking. That's the way we're going. Is this where the trail is? Yeah. Well, I am obviously not the only person to use this. It does look as though it's mostly been used by a dog. There's one set of tracks going both ways. Oh, nope. One of them went this far and turned around. Must be nice having claws. She's also able to walk on top of this right now. Doesn't break through every single step. I, on the other hand, am. And this is work. Oh, there's the deer track too. Along through here. I wonder why they walked over there. Huh. It's hardly even leaving footprints. Just little bitty traces of it. Like whoever this poor dog was. It's not a very big dog. Ran over there and disappeared. I wonder if those are deer track. Everything's so softened by this melting and thawing and freezing, thawing and freezing. Yeah, now this is exhausting. Snowshoes. It'd have to be easier than this. I think I'd cut over to the golf course and see if maybe the pathways that there have maybe thawed off a little bit. If they haven't, I think I'm probably just going to cut across the golf course and go home. This is really tiring. Ow. Just have a limb go in my ear. Unzipping layers. I wonder what the temperature's up to now. I don't think it's supposed to get above freezing today, but it's also quite a bit warmer. Oh, look at all the animal prints. That's asphalt trail right there. It is definitely not thawed off, but it is also not as deep. No, screw this. I'm like, somebody came walking through here. Somebody else with a dog. Those are rabbit tracks. Beep, beep, beep. Oh no, those are probably squirrel. I take it back. Something walking across here. step. Deep right here. Ah, man. Looks like a lot of people were sledding over here on the levee. Perfect. Figured that. Yeah, look at, boy, they were out here running this thing. You could still sled on that. Bring my sled over and take a couple of runs down it. It's not as much fun without a kid. She's just light enough that she's not breaking through like I am. God, this is awful. You have to high step it through this stuff. And every time you put your foot down, just as you start to put weight on it, it smashes down. Okay, it'll be a little bit easier to walk on. Nope. A few other people out walking, taking walks. Driving range over there. Oh, this just blows. You know, I think I'm going to stop and put this thing in my pocket. Because I might be taking this jacket off for a minute. Also, I'll head into the city streets and just be a walking through the snow in the woods across the golf course video. Oh look, they actually plowed this. Wonder why. Not gonna be anybody out here golfing for a minute. Okay. That's gonna be it for us today. Thanks for coming on a walk with me. Right, Dakota? I don't care. You weren't going to go on a walk without me. No point. So, yeah, like I said, thanks for coming on a walk with me. And we'll see you next time around. Happy Saturday.